going on, everybody? I'm Damian Mack, and this is the Table of Contents.
And I'm Shay B, the producer, not Billie Jean. What's happening?
Yeah, this is my co-host, my guest for the day. We just here today, man, just chilling and vibing, man. Shout out to everybody on the north side, south side that got out, hey, and put on jackets and felt a little bit of cool weather for this week that we had going on in the H. Shout out to the Astros, even though y'all didn't win it all. Y'all put on for the city, man. Appreciate y'all for doing everything that y'all did.
Much love.
And keep on grinding, man. Y'all still got next year rebuilding. Hey, Dusty, you're doing your thing, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. Get some extra pictures, though. All right. Hey, so today we're going to talk about, let me say it like this. Today our topic is going to be, you want to tell them?
Tragic accidents.
Tragic accidents. Recently, we just had a situation. Travis Scott, shout out to Travis Scott. He put on for the city always. He always give back to the communities and everything else. But we had a little situation where 8 people went to this little event and they lost their lives or whatever, man. What you think about that situation, man?
Well, again, just like the topic, it's a very tragic accident, and I hate it because we're spending more time trying to find people to blame, instead of understanding and trying to show compassion and putting prayers out to the families for what happened, you know, because it's just one of those things to where, for me, it's just, that's part of a concert, not people dying or anything, but you have to be aware, because you got hundreds and thousands of individuals that are feeling a certain way, adrenaline's rushing, the place is packed, and then not to mention coming off of COVID, everybody's happy to be back.
Outside and trying to enjoy these events and everything.
And again, I just don't think that anyone had the intention, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to, hurt somebody in the process. It wasn't about that. I don't think that anybody had that intent. It was a bunch of people excited about the event. The guys that they admire and love is on stage, and somebody thought, hey, I can get closer. And there's just this thing, again, you're rushing, it's adrenaline, it's a concert. And if you had a concert you was really excited about, and the music's playing, you're into it, and it's just part of that. You're having fun, and as usual, sometimes we lose track of reality and time when we're having fun. So, but at the end of the day, it's just not something that I felt that was purpose. It was just something that happened. You hate it, you want to send the prayers out to the families, but it's just, right now, all I'm seeing is, oh man, we're going to do this. We're going to, this person's getting charged. This person ought to be charged. And it's like.
So who do you think they should be pointing the finger at? And let me even take it back. Do you think this event is going to put a black eye on the city? I personally don't think it is. I don't, but the way the media is going to put their spin on it and everything else, I already know that they're going to just magnify it like it's, and RIP to the people, the kids and the people that perish in the situation, man. I big prayers going out to y'all, man. And we'll always keep y'all in our prayers, man. Right,
and that's what at this point, that's what we have to be focused on doing, because again, an event is an event. Okay. From the news that I've gathered, they had enough security based upon their needs. This incident obviously superseded that. Because no one expected what happened to happen.
You can't control the crowd.
You didn't know. Hey, if everybody comes, they're supposed to be doing a certain thing. You're supposed to be sitting, standing, whatever, in your spot, enjoying the show. No one thinks, oh, okay, several people at the same time, 20, 30 people are going to charge the stage. No one's thinking about that in that situation. That's not a normal situation. So. And
they were saying like thousands rush the stage at one time or the little thing.
Right. And so you
nothing ever goes according to plan. But even if you plan it to the T, you can't control what individuals gonna do all the time.
And that's not something that people do all the time. You know what I mean? And if they do, it's very seldomly that large quantity. Usually it's a couple of people. You have to take one little girl off that really want to be up there and kiss the guy.
Yeah.
It's usually that.
Yeah.
You know, it's never this. So it's just something that you can't really, you know, prepare for like that. I mean, because what would you do? I mean, because at this point, you need that many people to stop it. You don't have enough tickets because you got all the cops got the tickets.
Yeah.
You know, now you got 50 cops with 20 people watching the show.
Exactly.
To try to do it.
Let me ask you this: something that we was talking about behind the scenes. Is do you think, and I know we're older or whatever, but possibly, do you think that this new society or this new generation, not society, new generation, do you think that it felt in the rap culture that the newer kids, they treat they put Travis Scott on a platform as we used to put Michael Jackson, where people would just run out and pass out and go crazy
And
when they see him?
I would imagine so.
Because that's what it's starting to seem like the comparison.
Right, I would imagine so. And it's just, again, I remember going to concerts and you just, especially a rap concert, I take, for instance, really, let's just say a rock concert.
Yeah.
Those are wild. I mean, they are
you
prepping people.
You went to a rock concert?
I went to a couple.
Not on TV, but you actually showed up to a rock concert.
Yeah, to a rock concert. Yeah, I mean, in country. Yeah, I like country. I like music. So whoever. But it was at the time they were the biggest thing.
Did you have spike hair?
No, none of that.
You had
None of that.
spike
None of
hair?
that. It was Guns N' Roses, and how I ended up there, I have no idea because those tickets were out of the
astronomical.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and they prepare you. Hey, drink plenty of water. You know, stay hydrated. And I'm like, man, this is a concert. You know, and why you need to stay hydrated? I'm not performing. You know, but that's what it was. It was just you're preparing for this because there's this massive amount of people
in the mosh pit or something like that.
And that's part of what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're tossing people in there. And so you could actually be watching the concert and have a whole body come at you and thrown at you.
Oh, no.
That's just, you know, okay. I'm like, wow, that's not what I was prepared for. You know, I'm coming from concerts like Gladys Knight and Frankie Beverly now. You know, hey, they're not doing all that.
You need to stay hydrated because you're probably trying to dance all the way through.
And all the way through. And these people on side of me, I've got people and they're falling out and fainting and, you know, they're rushing people through to pick them up and take them to safety, you know, to get them some help, you know. But I'm like, man, this is a concert.
Yeah.
It felt like something else, but it's a concert because overall, when you're thinking about it and you're inside and you're involved in this, you're just caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, and again, the next time I went to some other concert, I was more prepared.
Yeah.
I head on swivel because I know a body could come off the top of the rope and so it's just that. And so Travis Scott is a very admired person, and again, this is hometown. So we're really excited.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, people are happy. Yeah. They're happy.
And I'm pretty sure people came from outside the state and surrounding
cities. I mean, Houston is what, 7, almost 8 million people here.
Easily.
You know, and everybody wants to go. I mean, all these kids want to go. So the people that are there are in this moment to where I'm doing something everybody can't do. I'm here with Travis Scott, and to be closer to that person, to be a part of that, that's just what they're doing. But as far as him being like a Michael Jackson type, I mean, let's just say that they're bigger fans of the rappers than back in the day when we were. I mean, I like rappers, but I went to very few rap concerts, you know.
Why? Because
I just enjoyed the music. I didn't really care to see them like that. I mean, you know, and of course, I don't see no rapper because again, I was more of I come from the Michael Jacksons of this, and I went to rap concerts to where these guys just stand around the stage talking, singing. When you see a Michael Jackson or Luther Vandross concert where there's whole events going on stage.
Oh, they have a whole performance.
They have a whole performance versus a rapper. You're just standing there kind of rapping. You might run from this side of the stage to that side, but it wasn't really anything that I was interested in. Again, you know, I'm coming off Luther's concerts. There's whole stage setups.
His attire was a whole action set because they had the little glitter.
It looked like a restaurant on stage.
Oh, he was always eating?
No, no.
Okay.
What I mean is, when you sit there, you hear him singing. You hear Luther singing,
Yeah.
right? And you don't see him.
Yeah.
And you just see people sitting like they're in a restaurant, like you just peeped into the window of a restaurant and how the stage looked.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, out of the ground comes Luther, and he's singing and doing his thing, and I'm talking, you just go back, the different concerts. I mean, it was just more about stage performance. It was about giving a show, because if you're just going to sing the song like on the record, I'm going to save my money and just listen to the record,
So let me pose this question now to the fans. Do y'all think Travis Scott is the new Michael Jackson of this new generation, of these new youth? On all the events, every time he puts out a concert, they sell out in seconds. He can sell out McDonald's by making burgers with some extra sauce on it. I mean, anything that he does, his Cactus Jack shoes, they selling out left and right. So is he on that platform as the icon of Michael Jackson? Tell me what y'all think about that. Now, let me ask you this though, Shay. What do you think that event planners or whomever is behind the scenes on major events like this, when you have a big person like the Jay-Z's and the Travis Scotts and the Drakes and Beyonce's, what can they do moving forward to try to fix this so it won't happen again?
Again, it's one of those things that you're gonna, the more you plan for that, the more you're going to take away from the people.
Yeah.
Because there's no real way to say, hey, I want hundreds of people in one place, but I want you all to be good. It's like, for instance, as an example, in every file drill, they tell you, hey, walk calmly out of the building as it's on fire.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen people walk out of a burning building?
Nah, no.
I'm not going to walk out.
Yeah. I'm not
going to
walk.
running as fast as I can
Yeah.
to get out. And so that is because something has happened that I'm not prepared for.
Yeah.
And so that's just it.
And I look at it too, that some people, like when people go to events and they spend lump sums of money,
right,
then they feel like they're entitled to do extra things or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, even with that with that mind state, then what do you do? Like, it's not much that you can do to prevent a freak accident. Yeah. I look at it as a freak accident.
And that's what it is. And that's why there's no planning that you can do. I mean, again, you can get as much security as you want, but you're limited. Even, again, here we go with, let's say tickets $350.
Yeah.
Now you want extra security. Well, you got to remember, security's not free. Okay? So now there's another cost. So now when you wonder, hey, man, why is that ticket $560? Well, because we're preventing people in all these things. Because guess what? $560 ticket, you're gonna have a very select group of people showing up.
Let me tell you this: even if it was if they hired 50 or 60 extra security guards, they would have probably lost their life too. When you got thousands of people
it's just
rushing.
Unexpected,
like,
and there's no way you're gonna do that. I mean, now, because what happens with that, let's just be real about it. When you do that, you're gonna embark on a whole different situation, because now you got people saying they're abused by cops. The security pushed me down.
There's always gonna be something.
So now we've got this whole thing, because for some reason we tend to do something. And then when we do wrong, we're mad at the people that are justifying and doing right to prevent us from doing it. Oh, why they do me like that? Why they put me in handcuffs? Well, I don't know. You just robbed a bank. Maybe that's why. I don't know. You know. So
I don't think the blame should be on Travis Scott. I know this was his event.
Right.
I mean, everything was coming from a good place.
Right.
And we had another accident like this years ago with Trey the Truth and his situation. And for the radio stations out here, man, y'all need to put Trey back on the map, because he's still doing everything for the city. And y'all need to unban ABN and put him back on the radio.
Yeah.
Put him back on the radio, because it's the same situation. He was doing good for the city and the community, and the situation took place.
Yep.
So it's the same situation, man. But at the end of the day, hey, if you're going anywhere, I mean, you can have a freak accident, whatever, going to work, going to the store, whatever. You just might be driving and just one of those final destination little situations, something just come through your windshield.
Right.
I mean, the best thing I can tell you to do before you go take a step out the bed, pray.
Mm-hmm.
Pray. I don't care who you pray to, just pray for your protection, for your safety, for everything else, man. But then at the end of the day, you got to lace them up and hey, go on that journey. Yeah. Go on that journey and just keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
So
anyway, like and subscribe. You know, definitely do that.
If you haven't done so already. And tell a friend to go ahead and check us out. Let us know what y'all like about it. Tell us what we can do to improve. Hey, if you think that you want to come on and be on a set, drop a comment down below.
Yeah. And so I didn't ask you. Who do you think is to blame for this?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I definitely don't think it's Travis Scott or any of the entertainers. I really don't know who to personally blame, because nobody can control a situation until it's until it's presented in front of you, and certain things you just can't control. I don't know who to put the blame on, but I already know that since it's a Travis Scott event and he's the main focal point, that they're gonna put it on him. But even though he had a baseball event, the situation didn't happen.
Right.
And it was cold and it was raining, but it still went off without a hitch. Yeah. So I know the event planners, they're gonna have to go back to the lab and figure stuff out, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they say we're gonna reduce the crowd.
And again, at the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen. To prevent this is actually gonna hurt the fans. Yeah. Because again, you gotta take away a large percent of people to somehow corral this. Yeah. You know, because the more people, it leaves more tangibles for something like this to happen. So. Yeah. So
I'm thinking that the event planners, the people that say, hey, he's gonna charge us $1 million to put on this concert. Yeah. We gotta sell the tickets for $500. Right. Then we gotta flood the gates to be able to recoup something on the back end. I'm not sure, but the event planners, they just gonna moving forward. Right. Yeah, they gonna have to just reduce the quantity.
Yeah. Or again.
Or we're gonna lose Astroworld.
Right. And like I say, it's just gonna be one of those deals to where. It's just going to be sections. You can't come out of your section. I mean, there's several ways, but anyway, we won't get into that. But there's several other ways they're going to have to do it. But at the end of the day, I really think that it's going to hurt the fans more than anything. It's not, believe it or not, it's not going to hurt Travis Scott. Those that are saying, "Hey, we don't like Travis Scott and we're getting off his page," whatever. You probably already wanted to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you can't control the whole world, whatever they do. Right. You can't put them all in the same box, because everybody has their own opinion.
Because again, that's just a tragic accident. This is an accident, and it's tragic because we lost life. Yeah. And but as far as for me, anybody being to blame, I mean, the people that actually panicked or went into this excitement thing and started to bombard. I mean, at some point, they had to know, hey, you know what? We're doing too much. So, I mean, you consciously know if you're running forward with a group of people. Yeah. It's not something that's surprising. I mean, me as a black man, we tend to, somebody running by, I'm going to take off running. I'm not going to wait to find out, hey, what's going on? I'm not going to do that. I see 3 people running, I'm running. Because I don't know what's going on.
I'm probably not gonna run.
Hey, I don't know what's going on. Tell me why you running.
I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel, assist the situation.
So I mean, and that's just it. I mean, people, that's how they react. Some people will sit back. Hey, look, let me assess this. And some are gonna be like, hey, he's running. He must see something, know something that I don't know. I want to be in. Yeah. So, it's just how it goes. So in closing, buddy.
Let me give you a little something. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind this and try to wrap this up. When it comes down to freak accidents, everybody that's watching us about this topic today, or whenever you do watch it, if you haven't done so, something that you can't control is an accident. That's why they call it an accident. Whether it's a freak accident or a small accident. The best thing for us to do as humans on this earth is make sure that we get on top of our insurance policies. Check on that because, once we lose a life, we can't bring it back. We cannot bring it back. But make sure that you check upon it and make sure that, if you have funeral arrangements, have all these things aligned. Just, write you a will. Just in case something happens that the people that are behind dealing with it, that they can already have your game plan on how you want things to be done and allocated. So that's what I think about this when it comes down to freak accidents. Be on top of your game. Prepare. That's one of the words I always struggle with, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And I got to check up on my insurance policy. And it is renewal time for the insurance policy anyway.
And
so
another one is also, I saw this on Facebook, which I didn't pay attention to, but it's definitely true. Make sure that you have and designate a beneficiary on your bank account. We tend to think that it just goes hand in hand, but it can be difficult for families to get money if you pass away without having a designated beneficiary to your bank account. We know about the insurance and the life and all that, but make sure that you check on that on your bank accounts.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hey, thanks again for my guest of the day, Shay B. He's a fake Steeler fan, so don't believe that this dude really liked the Steelers. Okay. But 49er Nation is always in the building. And until next time, again, I'm Damian Mack.
And I'm Shay B, the producer. And
Peace.
No Afro voice. What's up, guys? I'm going to share this funny story with you. I like teasing people from time to time because sometimes we get stuck on what is reality and what's not, meaning that everybody does it. You go to your favorite donut shop, you ask for a bag of donut holes. Well, technically, the hole is in the donut, so what you're really wanting is the donut plugs. So sometimes I'd go into the donut shop and I'd ask, hey, let me get a bag of donut plugs. And, they barely speak English sometimes. They're like, hey, they don't know what you're talking about. Hey, the donut plugs, man, come on. You're wasting time. It's like, we don't know. Go get your manager, man. Just right there. The donut plugs, no, the donut holes. And I'm like, no, the hole is in the donut, man. You see the hole in the donut? How you going to give me that? How you going to give me a bag of holes there in the donut? So there's always one of my fun things to do is tease. Make people's day a little difficult, but in a fun way. So anyway, that's my funny story.
Hey, this is a Be Kind of Rewind moment right here. Let me give you a little background of the Be Kind of Rewind. The purpose of this is to start trying to change the mental culture of our society. Where if we can just do stuff to try to save life here and there or whatever by just talking to somebody or just lending a helping hand, man, and just change this whole mental psyche of our people. So something to think about, man. It's okay to have a conversation before you want to before a physical altercation. All right, so that's the Be Kind of Rewind moment for today. Enjoy the rest of your day.